right, hey parents, we're back. We have the same problem, and this time instead of solving with an open number line, we're actually going to be solving using an HTO chart, which is what we call these charts. This stands for hundreds, tens, and ones. And basically what we're doing is we are going to be adding using place value blocks. So those little blocks that I showed you guys if you attended the awards day. But basically whenever we have a 100, we use a flat to represent it. If we have a 10, we use a rod to represent it. And if we have a 1, we use a cube, or I really just draw a dot. It's much easier for the students and takes less time. So this is what we use to represent each of these places. So to start this problem, we're going to go ahead and put 212 in our HTO chart. So I just break it apart in the place values, and I go 200, that's represented by 2 flats. Okay, 10 would be represented by 1 rod, and then 2 ones is represented by 2 of the cubes. Now, when I have students do the ones place, it's very important because I like for them to make sure that as they're representing the ones, they keep it in the formation of a tens frame. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to go down to our next line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a tens frame. And it just kind of helps them subitize, which means that helps them to recognize, okay, we've got 5 here without having to sit there and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just makes things a lot easier for them in the long run. So we're going to, since we just have 2, we just put our 2 there. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to represent 345 in our next row. So we have 1 flat, 2 flats, 3 flats, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rods, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, or 5 cubes. And then we're just going to put it all together because we're adding. So we start with the ones place, obviously, just like the way you and I learned how to do it in the standard algorithm. Never start over here because once we regroup, that would just really mess up the process and mess up our answer. So we start over here in the ones place. So I can subitize and tell that I have 5 here, plus 2 in my head. I know that that is 7. I can look right here and I know that that's 4, plus 1 gives me 5. And then I look here and I have 2 plus 3 is 5. And so our answer is 557.